China's tariffs caused big swings in U.S. financial markets. Sell-off started the day, but that didn't last for everyone. CGTN's Terrett has more.
What an extraordinary day it's been at the New York Stock Exchange, one for the record books, mired deeply in the red early on. But as the day went on here, there was a complete reversal of fortune, a complete turnaround, with the Dow swinging by almost 800 points from its low point of around 500 points in negative territory to close to the good in the end by 230 points, a gain of 1%. The Nasdaq was up by 1.4%, the broad market, the S&P 500, ahead by 1.1%. Companies in the news that were affected by all this today include companies that take a lot of revenue from China, names like Apple. Of course, they make the iPhone, but Apple shares in the red early on. They finally closed to the good by 2%. Boeing, in the end, closing down just 1%. Caterpillar in the green, I'm calling it unchanged. Intel, the chip maker out of California, to the good by 0.5%. Of the sectors that will be affected if this goes on for much longer, technology, industrials and materials. Materials represented by companies like Alcoa, the aluminum company, which in the end closed up by 3% today, despite everything. And US Steel in the red, but I'm calling it unchanged. So what was it that made these markets change their minds? The answer is Wilbur Ross, the Trade Secretary, and Larry Kudlow, the former CNBC contributor, who spoke earlier today and said, look, this is not a trade war. President Trump is ultimately a free trader, and that any imposition of tariffs from either side will take several months. In other words, there's time for negotiation. There's wiggle room, and the markets bought into what Wilbur Ross and Larry Kudlow had to say, believing that President Trump has a chance to negotiate. He says he's a deal maker, brings people together, bashes their heads together, comes away with a deal. The market is saying, okay, Mr. Trump, now's your chance. Do this regarding tariffs and trade. Terrett, CGTN, New York.